I mean,
like
they
a
just haven't
very fun
finally evolved.
ability.
Yeah, they haven't
Yeah.
finally evolved. Like their final evolution would be like them actually being able to fly
To
about for a bit,
fly. And
and
then
then
it's like,
after that, no, the next one would be them flying about for a bit. Then the next one would be them being fish and bird. So they've got gills
oh, they
and
can,
lungs.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
Unorthodox reactions, unorthodox intros. Welcome back, guys, to another unorthodox reaction.
Welcome back, guys. We're back again with another Unorthodox reactions. This time we are, you guessed it, reacting. And what are we reacting to today?
TierZoo.
That was good. That
The
was good.
fish tier list. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Oh. What's the point? It just looks like the fish is bullying the grasshopper for no reason.
Oh.
TierZoo.
Partnership with
Curiosity Stream.
Fish are one of the most diverse factions in the entire game. They are extremely popular among both casual and competitive players, and make up the vast majority of the aquatic player base. And with so many different potential fish builds to choose from, it can be difficult to know which builds are actually competitively viable in the current meta. So
yeah, there's like a lot of like different species of fish out there. It's crazy.
Yeah, like underwater. I think we haven't
Well,
even
I don't
discovered
eat
like,
a lot of fish though, speaking of, because I don't know why, it's just expensive.
I thought you said,
Yeah.
oh, I thought you said you don't eat a lot of fish that speak.
I'm
was
not
like-
speaking of
Oh, I was like, what fish speak?
the carp, maybe.
I was like, I don't know any fish that speak.
Because it's just expensive to buy fish here and or seafood in general. So
Do you know what we should
eat a
do?
lot.
We should move to those places where we don't have to pay rent because we've built our own
Or
little
not be broke.
cabins. Yeah, but let's hear my idea quickly. Because yours seems like we have to work and stuff, innit?
Yeah,
Mine's just
okay,
kind of
got a
like
point.
chill. Like, obviously, we have no internet or Wi Fi and we're
Yeah.
paying no bills or anything.
But, we
we
get
fish,
fresh fish,
fresh fish every day.
which we have to
And we get to go
descale
for a walk.
ourselves and cook
We
ourselves.
can read. And we can go
and
steal
possible
free Wi Fi.
forest fires. No electricity. Yeah.
To be fair, yours still sounds yours still sounds a lot
today,
harder.
we're going to go through the tier list of fish.
Wait, how many is that on do? Wow,
Six.
really?
So by no means
I feel like there's
a
way more
comprehensive tier
species
list.
than that.
I mean, there are more than 3,000 variants of the catfish
Okay,
build
fair
alone.
enough.
Still,
Oh,
we're
God.
including the standout builds in both high and low tiers. Hopefully,
See, he could. I know I keep pausing. I don't know why, but he could technically do this for so many. Like he
What
could
use
like
do you
whittle
pause
it
in?
down into like, because it just said there's like 3,000 catfish variants.
Yeah.
So he could do it at the different species of fish as well. I might be saying this and he's already done
a
it, but
bunch of videos.
that's what I'm saying. He had like his possibilities are endless.
But then-
a good understanding of where the fish faction fits into the current meta. And if there's a fish I didn't include, hopefully by seeing my logic in this video, you'll be able to
smacked
evaluate
it.
that fish build
Oh,
yourself.
Fish.
Oh, also, quick disclaimer, since I've already made a shark tier list,
Shark
I'm omitting
tier
sharks from
list.
this video. But before we dive into the tier list, first I want to give you an overview of
Oh.
the abilities commonly found in the fish faction, as well as some background on the history of the fish build.
It looked like he slapped him and
As
is
well as
like,
some
I'm sorry,
background
bro.
on the
I
history
was
of the fish build.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
right,
the
bro.
same way. I'll get my coffee in the morning.
Fish build doesn't have much in terms of unique perks or abilities.
Is that
which is actually
goldfish?
great, as it means that each player has a lot of room for customization. The basic fish build is most famous for its use of the fin and gill abilities, both of which offer huge advantages in water, while
Imagine if there was a fish that had no gills. And it was just like,
It wouldn't be
yeah, I'm
very
dead.
much of a fish, would
Every time, yeah. I live about
it?
5 seconds, yeah, about
I
30.
mean, why would it not just come on land then?
No, but it hasn't figured it out yet. So basically, it lives for 5 minutes because that's how long it can hold its breath for.
That would be stupid.
Hey, it gets like that sometimes, doesn't it?
I mean, I guess it would be kind of like, no, because they'll be extinct and there'll be no way they can populate. How does that work?
5 minutes, they mature really quickly. Instead of like evolution giving them gills, they've
So what, they get
to
bored
live
and
in
then
5
instantly
minutes.
they just kind of
in the first minute of their life, they like are kids. In the second minute, they're adults. Third minute, they've had kids, they've mated, have found a partner. Fourth minute, they're getting old. They give birth already. Fifth minute, they die.
A mad aging cycle.
Yeah, that's
while
real.
predictably being entirely useless on land. Back during the Devonian expansion,
Oh god.
long before the vertebrate faction had unlocked terrestrial builds, fish were the top tier build in the game, having a crushing matchup against the top arthropods, their main competitors. In today's meta though, fish have to compete with a lot more than just arthropods, and typically place below the top marine builds like cetaceans and cephalopods. And with the nerfs to the Placoderm armor ability that fish used to have access to, fish have had to get creative with their game strategies in order to survive the current meta. Now let's get into the tier list to see which strategies and abilities are worth specking into.
Yeah, I
if
thought
you're
it
a
was
fish
just
player.
me listening to that. I said,
Seahorse.
Seahorses are an extremely
Would you wanna be a
strange build with the
seahorse?
lowest mobility stat of
No,
any fish
it's
in the
just
game.
it
This mobility
looks
stat is
I
due
would not want to be a
entirely to the
seahorse because
strange
I'm gonna
tired
have to hold the
into the
baby.
prehensile
it looks constantly tired,
Yeah, because it's got to carry a whole baby. That's a male seahorse.
and it doesn't look like it has any like fins like
Imagine if
fishes
we
to
had to
swim
carry
around.
babies.
It literally looks like it just kind of floats with like sheer
Goes with the water. innit?
force.
Yeah, this is one that was like,
Like it would not be able to swim
I'm not
properly
gonna learn
against
to
any
swim.
current.
imagine being in water and just like, I'm not gonna.
If there was a strong current, it's basically just going with it at
Like,
that point.
It's like being born
tail
saying,
ability
nah,
at the
don't want
cost
to
of
walk.
all but one of their fins. Now, don't get me wrong, the prehensile tail ability can be extremely
Oh.
useful, especially for arboreal builds that use them to tether themselves to trees while keeping their
I wonder
hands
if he's
and
done a
legs free
lizard
for
tier
foraging.
list.
Oh, that's
For a marine
tough.
But I
build,
think he
though,
did.
I think there are better choices available. All the prehensile tail does is allow the seahorse to anchor itself to plants and rocks, preventing itself from getting tossed around by the current, which again it wouldn't need to do if it didn't lack fins.
Yeah.
Now, they do have pretty solid armor, which can make them difficult to actually take out. But their extreme lack of mobility means the seahorse cannot dodge attacks. This leads them to getting smacked around by any player who feels like it, even ones without any special combat perks.
That's why it
With
always
their
looks
less natural
sad for no
against
reason, because
plants,
he
Getting
always
bullied,
get bullied.
bro.
seahorse plays any higher than F tier.
Getting bullied all day.
Ocean
Also in F tier,
sunfish.
we have the ocean sunfish. This probably isn't too shocking, given that the sunfish is
So this is
famously
the
good
Mario
at defending
theme.
itself. But for those unaware, the ocean sunfish has the highest HP stat of any fish in the game.
It
and
some
looks
weird
giant
thing,
weird,
size
yeah.
protection. Similar to the sea.
It looks like a cartoon drawing.
Yeah, it looks like 2D.
Yeah, it looks
They
like a
forgot.
Pokemon or something.
Like they forgot to make it
The
really.
sunfish's other stats are all extremely low, and because of this, the sun
Like God was running low on assignments that day, and he was like, "Oh my God, I have to make a fish today." And he drew it, and he was like, "Yeah, that's the one."
I got like 2 minutes left.
Yeah,
before-
hey, submit it quickly. Yep, that's it.
gets
It's like, you know, it's a 3D project.
Many
Oh,
of the
yeah,
large
fine,
and
3D, look.
small. They get torn to bits and tossed around particularly badly by the mammalian player base. Sea lions and orcas in particular love flexing their superiority over the largest
Sea
fish
lions
in
are
the game.
just
But the sunfish has
terrible
another huge
people.
weakness, parasites. See,
Oh.
the sunfish has soft, mucus-coated skin instead of the scales traditionally used by fish players. This makes the sunfish more vulnerable to parasites, which unfortunately means that even the best sunfish mains have to play while suffering from a wide variety of debuffs from parasite infestations.
oh
The
god.
sunfish players often solicit the help of support mains like the wrasse and shrimp to help cleanse themselves, and may even sit at the water's surface to give bird mains the chance to attack the parasites. The gigantism strategy is usually a pretty reliable strategy for avoiding attacks. Elephants, whales, hippos, and rhinos are generally safe from attacks once they reach their max size. However, I think in order to make the strategy work, you need to actually be able to strike back to discourage repeated attacks. Otherwise, you're kinda just a damage sponge and will have your HP slowly whittled down, as we often see happen to the sunfish mains. So because of all these vulnerabilities and over-reliance on support players for help, I have to place the ocean sunfish in F tier.
Also because it's ugly. That is a
Flying
gorgeous
fish is
looking
built with an
fish.
extremely
Yeah.
unique playstyle centered around maximizing
Want it to be a
mobility
bird though.
by putting a huge amount of
I can
energy
be
points
anything,
into
Mom.
the fin trait and mobility stats.
I believe I
Actually being
can.
able to glide through the air for surprisingly
Oh.
long distances.
Yeah,
This
it's
is useful
cool.
as an escape option when being attacked by a larger fish player.
I bet. Catch me outside, boy.
I actually think this is a pretty
It's
poor
like
strategy
a
overall.
built-in glider.
Yeah.
One might put you out of range of an attack.
Look at that. That's so
but it's by
cool.
no means a safe position, and in many
Yeah, because the
cases, is
freaking
actually seriously
hawk just comes out of
disadvantageous.
nowhere.
Without any way to dodge attacks midair, flying fish are extremely
I mean, they could.
vulnerable to
I was
bird
Oh.
attacks,
always
which
just
nullifies
turn it
the
off.
benefit of escaping an aquatic pursuer. Vulnerable to bird attacks,
Oh.
which kind of nullifies the benefit of escaping an aquatic pursuer.
Yeah.
In addition, with no way to change direction in the air, it's actually not that difficult for said fish player to just intercept the flying fish's landing. So overall, not that useful of an ability.
It
I
just
mean,
seems like
they
a
just haven't
very fun
finally evolved.
ability.
Yeah, they haven't finally evolved. Like their final evolution would be like them actually being able to fly about for a bit.
Fly. And then it's like,
After that, no, the next one would be them flying about for a bit. Then the next one would be them being fish and bird. So they've got gills
oh, they
and
can,
lungs.
like, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my, there'll be Aquaman. Final evolution.
Wait, what?
Final evolution.
Go fly.
No, but that's their final evolution.
Well, Aquaman.
Yeah, think about it. We get it. They'll
Why
just
would,
be like,
how?
because they'll be flying so much and they'll see humans and they'll be like, I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna stay fish. And then their final evolution will be flying Aquaman.
No, that makes no sense,
Bro,
Why
what?
would you stick with a flying evolution and decide for my
Why? No.
penultimate evolution? Let me decide to lose these wings.
No, they don't lose
For
the
no
wings.
reason.
They keep the wings, but they become human form. So their arms become part of their wings, and their legs become the small
That
glider.
makes no sense.
Yeah.
It makes more sense for them to actually be like fish shapes, just with better flying abilities and being able to breathe better
You make no
outside
sense.
the water.
So what? Their final evolution is just them fully being able to breathe.
With bigger wings and being able to flap more and then being able to
That'll be
breathe.
tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should make this.
Yeah, we just make a species of fish.
Also in D2 we have the salmon family, which includes the fish builds like the trout and the char. This build actually has some
salmon
pretty
is good.
impressive stats, with high
Salmon
mobility
is
being
good.
pretty much required in order to withstand the constant
Yeah,
rushing flow
looks
of the
good.
rivers that they use as their respawn
Look at him.
points. Similar to the flying fish,
Is
this
that
playstyle
bear?
is also highly vulnerable to disruption from non-aquatic
Bro, he
predators.
needs that fish. Freaking
Nah,
out.
he's just watching them.
Bro, he's skinny.
Yeah, he is, isn't he?
The sad truth is that the thing that they're most well known for is being an easy
The
source
fish
of
just
XP
fell in his
for
mouth.
You know what's mad?
Literally,
He did not bite the other one that came super
because it's
close.
like, I don't think he.
I know there's gonna
he
be a
would've
dumb
wanna-
one. Like, look, watch, play.
It's like if I stand really still,
Yeah, there's gonna
one
be a
of them
dumb
is gonna
one.
come
The
to
salmon
me.
and trout mains are able to make these insane jumps. The sad truth
Where is it?
the thing that they're most
Yeah.
well known
Oh,
for
look at
is
him.
being easy
Wow.
source of XP for
She's like, oh, thanks, mate. In my mouth.
Jumping ability is also useful for attacking flying builds midair, but the salmon's power stat isn't quite enough to be able to take down anything that isn't far below their weight class.
Catfish is good too.
Yeah, you little
We have the
catfish.
These are
The tanky
nice.
builds on this
They
list
taste
with a
nice.
bulky yet versatile stat spread. A lot of players undervalue the catfish and see it as low-tier trash due to it being
Oh
bulky,
god dang.
not realizing that they've actually got a few decent unique abilities, most important of which is their venom. Rather than specking
They're
their fin
venomous?
images to do things like flying or flexing, the catfish build spec into fins that have barbs on them, which can deliver a venomous sting. While their venom usually isn't able to deal lethal damage, it's still a decent defensive ability. It does have its weaknesses though, particularly to long, disjointed hitboxes, such as the spear-like beaks of some bird builds. Nonetheless, the catfish is still a reliable and easy to play build.
I guess when you buy them in shops, they already cut that part out.
Yeah.
Because
But
I
it's not
didn't know
deadly
they had
though.
like. No, but I think it's still it's probably something like paralysis type,
Maybe just really
which is
uncomfortable.
very inconvenient.
Being omnivorous and able to gain plenty of XP simply by digging through the mud for scraps.
Archerfish.
Also in C tier we have the archer fish, the only fish build with the ability to use a ranged attack.
That's tough.
Why
Projectile
though?
deals essentially zero damage, but it's by no means useless.
It's basically a water
Projectile
gun.
has high knockback, making it
No,
excellent for pushing players
he's
into
a
vulnerable
waterbender.
positions.
A
A
water pistol.
waterlogged insect is one of the easiest targets in the game, and being able to force that type of interaction is an extremely powerful ability.
Ah,
This
okay,
ability
I
does have its
see.
limitations though, As is the case with most projectiles, this attack is unusable in the water. Fish doesn't really have any good moves for PvP against other aquatic players.
I'm cool.
I think the biggest weakness of this playstyle, though, is the position that you're forced into in order to make use of your projectile weapon.
Yeah, you have to like come
Surface of the
up.
water leaves you vulnerable to both attacks from below and above. And with no
How did it
defense
make it
either,
that high up the
Unorthodox
tier list
is a
then?
high-risk, decent reward build.
At that point, freaking the
Was it a
seahorse
C?
bear's better than it.
Was it a C?
Yeah.
No, but does the seahorse really?
Yeah, freaking it can at least stay underwater and not be attacked by freaking.
Yeah, but
So that one is
if the current is too much, the seahorse is dead, mate.
it's not dead, it just gets swept with the current. It doesn't mean
To
it
a
dies.
to a new world.
To a new world.
Wow. But
But I don't think it dies. At least they can at least still survive. They have survival
No.
potential.
That-
That one is vulnerable to both predators in water and
but that's
outside
because that's
water.
if it's back in beef off ends.
Beef or not, just predator that's hungry. Like it's friggin'
Yeah, but it can still spit water at them in water. It's just not.
yeah. It's like I'm me shooting the water gun at a lion, hoping it'll leave me alone.
No, not at a lion. It's like me blowing air in a fight. In a fight. What? You want beef?
In B tier, we have the builds that
Sea
are
bass.
generally solid picks, but
I don't know
lack
if it's a
any
sea
truly
bass,
overpowered
Alex is
abilities.
saying.
First is the bass, the poster child for the phrase "big fish in a small pond." With
Oh,
solid stats and the
okay.
ability to grow larger than most other freshwater lake fish, the bass can easily dominate their local scene, even to the point of depleting the area of resources by gobbling them all up.
Oh, okay.
Their generalist nature and large jaws mean they can prey upon just about anything,
look
from
mad
smaller
depressing.
fish to crustaceans to even builds like frogs and alligators. While there's not that much that's flashy or unique about this strategy,
Oh.
there's no denying that the bass is a consistent
missed that
threat in
completely.
the pond meta, and I consider them the gatekeepers of the higher tiers. Also,
Cleaner-
in B tier, we have the
wait,
Fish
what?
Faction's premier support class, the Cleaner Ross.
Wrasse.
Ross specializes in cleansing larger fish players of parasites, providing an extremely useful service in the form of removing debuffs from any fish player in need.
So it's a glorified janitor, pretty much.
Or it's a health pack.
No, it's a janitor.
Nah.
It's the janitor of the sea.
Okay, yeah.
Similar to the Oxpecker on land. Parasites are a major threat to fish players, so it's no surprise that oftentimes even top tier builds like Sharks will add Cleaner Ross players to their party.
It's like,
Yo, bro, I got mad parasites, bro. Fucking that.
Trails during cleansing sessions are
They're the doctors, bro. I'm telling you. They're
Nah,
the healers. They're like
cleaners. How is it healing to clean?
getting rid of parasites, bro.
Yeah, cleaning.
Oh, fair play.
They're not curing injuries. They're
Yeah, they
getting rid of parasites.
I am hurt, man. I got parasites.
swimming into a mouthful of dagger-like teeth is not without risk.
Oh, weird looking fish. I don't know how to say
Alright,
that.
now we're in A tier, and this is where things start to get a bit overpowered. First, we have the Pickerel Guild, which includes the pike and muskellunge, the most fearsome freshwater
Muskellunge.
fish in the game. These vicious fish builds are highly aggressive and attack anything in or around their domain,
Oh.
from fish to birds to mammals and even humans. Their powerful jaws sport sharp crocodile-esque teeth, which deal serious damage and grip their target,
Oh.
preventing their escape.
Can't
But
swim
it's not
away.
just about power with these fish. Their slender body and camouflage allow them to easily hide in cover, waiting for the perfect ambush opportunity. And unlike trout, when these fish jump, it's not just to clear an obstacle. They jump
Oh.
to attack.
Oh,
This is a slow
I was
thinking
waiting
and
for that.
long respawn timer. But even at low levels, these fish are adept hunters. While not part of the Pickerel Guild, I also include the Barracuda in this same rating.
Yeah, it's like a
Very similar
javelin.
playstyle. Giant size is not a requirement to be a high-tier predator though, as exemplified by the next build on this list, the Piranha.
Oh, yeah.
Piranhas are one of the best, if not the best, example of how with the right combination of special abilities and team strategies, size genuinely doesn't matter. Their special ability, Feeding Frenzy,
Bro, piranhas are
Special ability,
ridiculous.
Feeding frenzy. Huh?
Yeah. Freaking, yeah, like you don't want to mess with piranhas.
Yeah, you don't. Bare small bites as well. Like,
But they tear you apart in like seconds.
But that's 'cause they got
Piranha
gang.
DPS to one of the highest in the game. Able
Oh.
to absolutely melt through the HP of even the tankiest targets.
Yeah.
Salmon and trout, Because of their
Dead.
favorable matchup against larger players, piranhas are the only fish build on this list that I think actually make great use of its positional advantage in rivers.
Yeah, he's
As many
dead.
mammals and birdmains will be forced to cross your territory over the course of their playthrough and fall victim to your
Oh
frenzy attacks.
god, I feel
Their main
sorry for him.
weakness is a lack of defensive capability, meaning that they can still be easily one-shot by other predator players.
Yeah, I don't think he can
And
eat
still on this tier
crocodiles.
list does not share this weakness.
Oh, it's munching.
But he's
though.
taking his time.
Yeah,
Pick it
he's
up.
like, bro.
Lionfish.
Is the most well-defended fish builds in the game, relying on a huge arsenal of venomous spines to deal serious damage to attackers, similar to the porcupine build on land. Because of this, the lionfish is an infamously unpleasant target to attack, and most predator players tend to either ignore or actively avoid them. While their other stats are quite low, this certainly hasn't stopped them from rising to dominance in their home server of the Indo-Pacific. Lionfish are also generalists who gobble up anything that their low mobility stat allows them to catch, which can quickly deplete a server of its resources. And because of their quick respawn rate, lionfish
Bro,
have
they look
rapidly spread
massive.
to other ocean servers without much pushback, at least until they reach the tropical Atlantic. See, there
Where
is
sharks
one
and
fish
stuff
build that
are.
has been able to consistently take down lionfish, and once I show you how broken some of their abilities are, it'll be easy
Is
to
it
understand
dolphins?
why. We've got two
Eels.
videos to showcase in S
Yeah.
tier. But real quick, I just want to point out that this is the longest video I've made so far, and took a huge amount of time and resources to produce. So if you're enjoying it and want more content like this, please do consider subscribing. Thanks.
We got you, bro. Moray eel.
The moray
Moray.
is one of the most uniquely powerful fish in the game, with a set of strange yet highly functional abilities.
I would think
and
an electric
well-placed
eel
base stat
is
allocations.
more deadly.
So first, their stats.
We'll see.
While the highest aquatic power rating falls to sharks and whales, a close runner-up is the moray. Their teeth resemble broken glass and can do similarly brutal damage in combat. Their mobility is surprisingly high for a fish that lacks pectoral and pelvic fins, but in addition
It's
to having
the
great
snake-like
maneuverability in
body.
tight spaces of a reef, they're capable of some pretty impressive bursts of speed too.
Oh.
Their stealth
Yeah,
may
they're
seem
basically
low due to
like
their vibrant
sea
colors,
snakes.
but honestly, bright colors are everywhere in reef servers, so they don't stick out too much. In fact, their ability to contort and fit into crevices and other tight spaces gives them a pretty huge advantage for ambushing other players.
He's
Things get
waiting
interesting,
with
though,
his
with
mouth
their
open.
defense. The moray has a slime-based special ability, which serves multiple defensive purposes.
That's zebra
From
eel.
taking abrasion and puncture damage while passing through sharp coral and jagged spaces within the reef.
Ah,
More surprisingly, it's great at deflecting damage from things
Oh,
like teeth and
that would
spines.
hurt.
Not only does this give them a great matchup against sharks, but it also makes them one of the only builds in the game capable of taking down the lionfish. This excellent matchup spread makes placing the moray eel in S tier an easy
Damn.
decision.
Oh wow! I didn't think eels were actually that powerful.
That's tough.
Yeah. Billfish. Is this a
The final
swordfish?
build on this tier list is the billfish. This includes the marlin, swordfish, and sailfish, all
Yeah.
of which have similar playstyles. This group is top tier for two reasons. First is that they have the highest swim
On
speed in the
guard.
game,
Swim
beating out not
speed.
just all other fish,
Yeah,
but
they have
also
to
mammals.
because it kind of works with the weapon that they have. Every time I see it, I always just think every time they're about to like spear for they're like, on guard.
birds. In addition to having unmatched speed, their large dorsal fins allow them to make tighter turns than most fish too, making them extremely good at chasing down prey. Their most unique trait, however, is their bill, one of the strangest offensive abilities in the game.
Oh,
Useful for both slashing and stabbing. This attack
How'd they eat once they catch it?
they let go and
This
then
makes it
eat
excellent
it.
for countering the ubiquitous safety number strategy many fish players adopt. And since the billfish hunt in packs, they can rack up insane kill counts, rivaling the hunting prowess of even a pot of dolphins. With busted stats and a signature move that's both flashy and downright broken, to me there's no question that the billfish is the most overpowered fish build in the game. Regardless of where your favorite fish build falls on the tier list, one thing's for sure.
What is your favorite fish?
I don't think I have a favorite fish.
I would say the swordfish is my favorite for sure.
Why? Because you just saw it.
Nah, I've just always liked the sword. No, the flying fish. Sorry, not the swordfish.
Oh yeah, that
I
would
like the
be-
flying fish.
I never knew about it, but now that I know,
You
about it,
didn't know about flying fish?
No, but I really do want it to evolve into the next evolution. I want it to be successful in
I
life.
don't think it works like
It
that.
will.
For sure.
Evolution is still going on.
Adaptation is key to survivability in the current meta.
Exactly.
And it's important to always be exploring new strategies to stay ahead of the curve.
You might see how
Same
the
can be
birds
said for
fly.
YouTubers, and this is why a bunch of creators and I have started
Gravity
an experiment
Falls.
called Nebula, a new platform that gives us the freedom to pursue the projects we
think
want
we
without
can-
needing to fear
Let's
demonetization
let him
nor
promote, bro.
compromise people's
Relax.
desired metrics. In addition to posting ad-free versions of all my new videos days in advance on Nebula, there's also hours of original content on there that you can't get anywhere else. On top of my Let's Play Outside series,
I
which
think
I've talked about
what's
before,
his name?
I've also recently put out a
Kento
podcast
Bento
with my
is
friend
also
Alex
on
from the
Nebula
channel
as well.
Respect Gamer, where he interviews me about my creation
You
You're
don't
not
know
talking to
that.
me,
How I
innit?
started
Yeah,
this
we talked to. Okay, cool.
I'd love for you to go and check it out. So what does Curiosity Stream have to do with this? Well, not only have they been this channel
Alright then.
Yeah, because that was gonna be a whole freaking 3 minute outro. Freaking out.
You
so
guys can check out the rest of the promotions
think?
if
Go
you're
on.
interested.
tell me a little bit.
I feel like what's his name didn't deserve the high spot that he got.
Ew.
No, not the EO. The EO definitely deserved the spot. What was the one that I said I didn't like? Friggin' that the seahorse would be better than.
Oh,
I can't remember what its name is now.
seahorse would be better than.
The one that shoots the water pistols.
Oh yeah.
I don't.
But
I
that's
don't
'cause
think
it's got
it
a weapon
deserves.
though.
It's not a freaking weapon if
It
it's
allows it
not
to-
effective against the predators, is it?
No, but it's for its own hunting purposes.
Yeah,
It's not gonna kill anyone in the water.
But then it's like it doesn't even kill fishes though. It goes after
Yeah,
the
'cause-
insects.
Yeah, because that's my point. He's not gonna kill anyone in the water, is it?
Exactly. So how is they're judging it based on fishes? They're comparing fishes.
Yeah,
So in terms
but
of it being a fish,
the
it
sea-
should definitely not be higher than the seahorse.
The seahorse doesn't even
The
hunt.
seahorse is not freaking not.
It doesn't even hunt.
That's what I'm saying. It's so much not a fish that they don't even freaking have fish in his name. It's called a seahorse.
So what? It's more of a horse.
Yeah,
It's more of a.
horse in the sea.
I did not know.
And it's still freaking a better fish. It makes a better fish than freaking whatever its name is that shoots the water pistols.
No, it doesn't.
I think it does.
Agree to disagree. Anyways,
where we
guys,
always leave arguments.
let's end this video before someone gets.
Like, comment, subscribe, notification bell. all the
If you're
good
still
stuff.
watching with us, we appreciate you. If you're no longer watching, we still appreciate you. Thank you for checking in with us, and make sure you look after your loved ones. Stay blessed.
Don't forget comment, reaction, suggestions below as usual, and we'll see you in the next one
Peace.
in a bit.